Hello everyone, welcome to my math class. In this video, we are going to look at how to rationalize the denominator. Let's get started. To rationalize any thirds in the denominator of expression is a labor-saving procedure with thirds. And also it is a neat way of expressing final answers. When we try to rationalize the denominator, first we are going to check the feature of the denominators. So like question A, we have only one term in the denominator and with one single third. In this case, we will call it type 1, and then for this type, we will use the property root A. When we square it, it means root A times root A. The result will be A. Then for this, A should be positive. Therefore, we are going to use root 7, both top and bottom, multiplied by root 7. Then, the denominator will become 2 times 7, and the numerator is root 7. Therefore, the result is root 7 over 14. Then let's look at type 2, like question B, C, and D. The denominator has 2 terms, and at least one of it is root. So we are going to recall the Dobbs formula. We have a squared minus b squared. For this one, it can be factorized to 2 terms. The first brackets, we will have the sum of a and b, and second brackets, we will have the difference of them. Then by using this formula, we are going to get the idea for type 2. If we have root m plus root n, and then we will multiply this term by the difference of these two values, root m minus root n. The result will be root m squared, which is m, and then the second part we will have root n squared, which is n, and then m and both are positive. And we can see the result part without any root sign. For part B, we have 2 minus 3 as the denominator. And here we have the difference. Therefore, we are going to multiply the sum of these 2 terms. And we will have 2 plus 3. Then the denominator will become 2 times 2 is 2 squared, which is 4. And then another part we will have minus 3. And the numerator is 2 plus root 3. Then it will be simplified. We can see a very commonly used expression of 2 plus root 3 times 2 minus root 3. The result is 1. For part C, the denominator is root 3 minus root 6. And then for this one, we have the difference of these 2 terms. Then we are going to multiply numerator and denominator by root 3 plus root 6. The denominator will become root 3 squared, which is 3, minus root 6 squared, which is 6. And numerator is root 3 plus root 6, and it will be simplified to negative 1 over 3 and root 3 plus root 6. For part D, it has the denominator 3 minus root 8, and we have root 8 as a third. So it is the difference of 3 and root 8. Now we are going to multiply numerator and denominator by the sum. Therefore, we will have 3 plus root 8, and same for the numerator, 3 plus root 8. And then the denominator will become 3 times 3, which is 9, and root 8 times root 8, which is 8, so 9 minus 8. And then for the numerator part, so these 2 terms, they are the same. And we will have 3 times 3, it's 9, and then 3 times root 8, 3 times root 8. Combine them, we will have 6 times root 8. After that, we will have root 8 times root 8, which is 8. Then simplify it further, we will have 17 plus 6 root 8 over 1. So the denominator 1 can be hidden. And then root 8 can be simplified to, I'll write down here, root 8 is equal to root 4 times root 2, which is 2 root 2. Therefore, the final result will be 17 plus 12 root 2. Now let's look at one more type. Here we have two questions, question A and question B. So both of them, the denominator has 3 terms. In part A, there are 3 square roots in the denominator, and for part B, there are 2 square roots in the denominator. And for this type, we are going to group the denominator first and then treat this one as type 2. Then 3 terms will be converted to 2 terms and then simplified to 1 term. And sometimes we may simplify it to 1 term directly. We are going to try part A together. For the denominator, these 3 terms, we can group them by putting root 2 and root 3 together and then use a brackets to show the group. And then we just say there are 2 groups. Then it has been converted to type 2. In this case, these 2 groups, it's the sum of them. We are going to get root 2 plus root 3 and then minus root 5. And the numerator will be multiplied by this factor as well. So then we are going to simplify the denominator. But then we use formula DOPS. It will be simplified to root 2 plus root 3, the whole thing squared, and then minus root 5 squared. And the numerator will be root 2 plus root 3 minus root 5. Root 2 plus root 3 all squared. We can simplify this one to get 2 plus 2 times root 2 and root 3. It will be 2 root 6. Then plus root 3 squared, we will have 3. Now root 5 squared is just 5. Keep the denominator. We have integers 2 plus 5, then minus 5, and they cancel out. The denominator now is equal to 2 root 6, and keep the numerator. Then at this stage, we have only 1 term in the denominator. Now it has been changed to type 1. Then for root 6, to rationalize this, we just multiply the numerator and the denominator by root 6. Therefore, the denominator will become 2 times 6, which is 12. Then the numerator we can just keep in this way, in the factorized form. Then for part B, it's your turn. I will leave it to you, but I'm going to give you the tip. So we can group them by keeping this order. Then put root 7 minus 1 in the first group and then root 2 as a second group. Now it is the difference between these 2 groups. Therefore, when we multiply the factor, we will need the sum of them. It means we are going to have root 7 minus 1 and plus root 2. Then the numerator, we will multiply it by the same thing. I will leave the question to you. That's all for the subtopic of thirds. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you next time.